So, many years ago, scientists at the guys, this is the area that I hate. Somehow you guys talk, okay? Don't talk during the sermon, okay? So, during 1970s and 1980s, scientists at the Stanford, right, they did a scientific, right, psychology tests on children. So they in the room, it's called the marshmallow test. Have you guys heard about that? Marshmallow test. So in the room, there's a scientist and a kid. They're in the room. So on the table, they're sitting next to the table, and the scientists say, "Hey, here's a marshmallow, right?" And I put it on the. He puts on the desk, and if you wait for 15 minutes, I will give you one more, so that you will have two marshmallows. And then after scientists leave the room, and kids don't know that scientists are watching them, right? And a lot of kids, they just touch it, right? They smell it. They pretend that they're going to eat, but they're not. About 5 minutes, they try their best to wait. And guess what happened? Guess what happened? Usually they eat the marshmallow. And there are some kids, they actually wait 15 minutes and they get two marshmallow. And the study doesn't end here. So 20, 30 years later, they look at the children who actually waited, and guess what? They have a better life outcome, such as they have a higher income. They are kids who actually waited. They are able to have achieve higher education achievements, right? They're healthier compared to the people who did not wait. Now, why am I sharing this story? Okay. Many times, I think God is using that marshmallow test in our lives, right? Here's a marshmallow, instant gratification, and God wants you to wait. And that's the key word I want you guys to focus on. God wants you to wait because there is a better reward. There is a better promise that God is prepared. God already prepared this reward. And a lot of us, we just take the marshmallow in front of us. And today I'm going to share about a person who actually just took the marshmallow. And do you guys know the name of that person? Grabby. Okay, you guys know the title of today's message is Harry and Grabby. I turn to the person next to you and say, Harry and Grabby. Also known as Jacob and Esau. Harry and Grabby. So before we go into today's passage, let's talk about genealogy. Okay, so Abraham had a son. What's his name? Isaac. And Isaac had children. What's their name? Twins, right? So do you guys know how long it took Isaac to have a baby? 20 years. It took 20 years to have Esau and Jacob. And verse 23, this is the key verse I want you guys to focus on. Let's open up to Genesis 25. Genesis 25. Genesis 25, verse 23. So you're going to look at Genesis 25 and 27 chapters. But let's read verse 23. Y'all there? No? Okay, I will not do that anymore. So let's look at verse 23. Two nations are in your womb, and two peoples from within you shall be divided. The one shall be stronger than the other. The older shall serve the younger. Right? So Rebecca, who's Rebecca? The mom, right? Mom of Esau and Isaac. Never mind, Jacob. He's saying that two nations in your womb, right? It sounds very epic, right? And Jacob's descendants, who do you think they are? Who are the Jacob's descendants? Israelites, right? And then Esau, who are their descendants? The Edomites, okay? They are the two descendants, and they always fight, right? Just like the prophecy, they always fight. And then who has the supremacy? Who's stronger? Israelites. Okay, Israelites show supremacy over Edomites, the descendants of Esau. So it is like this, right? It's so epic. Two nations are in you. North Korea and South Korea is in you. And they will not get along. So it's epic. The Rebecca receives this the prophecy from the Lord. So let's talk about, you guys did the character studies, right? Between Esau and Jacob. And let's go with Esau. So Esau 25, verse 25. I'll read that for you guys. The first came out red, all his body like a hairy cloak. And so they called him his name Esau. Don't you guys think this is funny? He just came out with a red cloak. Basically, he was a red monkey. He's a red monkey. And then you guys, Esau, in Hebrew, the word hairy is called se'ar. Everyone turn to the person next to you and say, you are se'ar. You're hairy. You're hairy. And then what are the two words that appears when the Bible is talking about Esau? Hairy and what? Red. I want you guys to focus on the word red because in Hebrew, the word reddish or red, it is called Adomoni, right? And then the locations that Esau will live is Edom. It sounds very similar, right? Edom is known for its red soil. So the word red is crucial. It symbolizes many things. And I want you guys to pay attention. We're going to talk about that later in the sermon. The word red, I want you guys to pay attention to that word. So let's look at Jacob, right? Jacob, do you guys know the meaning of Jacob? He grasped the heel, right? Do you guys all know the birth story of Esau and Isaac, right? The first one, Esau, the red monkey came out, right? And the someone else was holding the red monkey. It was Isaac with a smooth skin, right? No hair. So many people think that the meaning of Jacob is thief, liar, right? Swindler. Have you guys heard it? The word Jacob means liar, swindler, who tricks, deceiver. And I was struggling with this because how many years it took Isaac and Rebecca to have the baby? 20 years. And think about it. They finally got the twins. They got Isaac. Why am I so still? They got Jacob. And they look at the Jacob and, oh, look at this Jacob, a precious child. And I have a perfect name for you. Liar. I'm going to call you a liar. Don't you think this makes sense? For example, okay, your parents, they finally gave a birth to you. They look at you, oh, my precious child, what should I call you? You suck, right? Some of you guys, Korean name might be you suck, but you guys get the point, right? Actually, my Korean name is Bomseok, okay? Okay, so you guys get the point. I'm pretty sure that I also read a commentary that Jacob also has the meaning of may God protect. Okay, may God protect. And I'm pretty sure that when Isaac and Rebecca, they had a child, they had a good intentions. And then the meaning of liar, and swindler, and thief came afterwards, developed afterwards. So hairy and grabby, and that's the title of today's message. And then one thing that surprised me was that they're what? Start with T. Start with T. Twins. But they look different, right? Right? The hairy was very hairy. Right? I wonder why. Inside of the Rebecca's womb, right? Esau is playing with Jacob and, what should I wear? Tomorrow is a very special day. I'm gonna come out to the world. What kind of clothes should I wear? Oh, red coat, zip, ta-da, right? Sorry, I try to make you guys funny. Okay, let's be biblical here. So, their personality is also different too. So let's look at verse 27. When the boys grew up, Esau was a skillful hunter, a man of field, while Jacob was a quiet man dwelling in tents. Isaac loved Esau because he ate of his game, but Rebekah loved Jacob. So Esau was a wild man, adventure man, and he was a hunter. Everyone say hunter. He was a hunter. And Jacob was what? A shy boy, right? He was a shy guy. He liked to stay in his tents. I'm pretty sure he talked more with Rebekah, and that's why Rebekah loved Jacob. And you guys see the favoritism going on here, right? Isaac loved Esau. Why? Why? Because Isaac loved meat, gogi, right? And then here it says that Isaac loved Esau because the games that he brought. And you guys, the game here does not mean that Clash Royale or computer games, League of Legends. The games also has the meaning of hunted animals. So Isaac loved Esau because he brought a lot of meat. So that is, we went over the personality difference. And I want you guys to remind you guys that what is the promise that God gave to Rebekah. Verse 23. I'll read that one more time. This is the key verse that I want you guys to just think as we go, as we learn about the story of Esau and Jacob. Verse 23. 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 peoples from within you shall be divided. The one shall be stronger than the other. The older shall serve the younger. The stronger one, the older shall serve the younger. And who is the older one? Esau. And who is the younger one? Jacob. So Esau will serve the younger. And that was a promise that God gave to Rebekah and Jacob. And what did Jacob do? He did his own shady plans, right? We see that he was manipulative, deceptive. He is a liar. And he tried to, this is a key point that I want you guys to focus on. He tried to secure God's promise with his own power. Okay, let's say that together. He tried to secure God's promise with his own power. And do you guys know the great father of Jacob? Abraham, right? Abraham was a great grandfather. And then what kind of he also did, he tried to secure God's promise with his own power. Do you guys remember? What was God's promise to Abraham and Sarah? You will have a son, right? You will have a son. But what did they do? Sarah and Abraham. Did they wait? So Sarah tells Abraham, here, my servant Hagar. So she will bear your child. And then who was the son? Ishmael, right? So Abraham and Sarah, they try to secure God's promise, take God's promise with their own power. And indeed, God gave them what? Their son, baby, Isaac. They couldn't wait. They're impatient. Okay, so if you look at Genesis 29, verse 25, verse 29 to 34, Jacob tries to take God's promise with his own power. And do you guys remember the first thing that he did to take God's promise? He tried to steal, right? Try to take Esau's birthright. And one day, Jacob was cooking some stew, right? And then Esau came from hunting. And what did he say? Yo, bro, I'm so hungry. I'm gonna die. Give me that stew. And some of you girls and you guys kind of relate to this because when you come back from school, you're like super hungry, right? Then you see your older brother and older sister or cooking ramen, and you're like, yo, bro, sis, give me that ramen. I'm gonna die soon. So Esau, right, was asking Jacob that, come on, yo, I need that stew. I need to live. And what did Jacob say? What was the condition that Jacob said? Give me your birthright. Swear to me. Okay? Back in the day, when you swear, when you promise, you need to do it. There's no turning back. You cannot reverse the swear. Right? And then what did Jacob say? Esau said, okay, I'm about to die. There's no need of birthright. Okay, I'll give it to you. And give me that red stew. Okay, do you guys remember that? I want you guys to pay attention to the word red. Red symbolizes what? Love? Okay. Sometimes. Anger? Okay, red symbolizes flesh, passion. Okay, so Esau chased after flesh things, right? Such as what? Food. Okay, girls. He married with who? What kind of? Hittite, right? Foreign Hittite women. And God wanted to marry a foreign woman? No, because they worship other gods. But he chased after flesh things. So he married with two other women, right? He chased after flesh things, the red stew. So you guys can see that Esau is unfit to be God's patriarch. What does that mean? He's unfit to become Israelites' father. So we see that Esau chased after flesh things. So taking Esau's birthright, and then there was a second step that he had to do in order to really secure God's promise. Do you guys remember what was the other shady plan that Jacob and Rebekah did? So one day, Isaac tells Esau, right? Oh, I'm about to die. You go over there and give me that good old fat samgyeopsal. Right? Give me that old fat meat, and I'll eat that. And before I die, I'll bless you. Okay? And the Esau was happy that he was gonna receive God a blessing, Isaac's blessing, and he went outside. And Rebekah overheard this conversation between Esau and Isaac, and Rebekah tells Jacob this: "Hey, your older brother is about to take a blessing. You need to take Isaac's blessing. And here is a shady plan that we're going to do. First, I will cook the meat. I give it to you. And you wear what? Okay, goat skin and what? So you will smell like him, and you will be hairy like him. And then after that, he got the meat, he got the clothes, he got the skin. He went into Isaac's tent. And what did he say? Isaac, for some reason, there's something off. Why? His voice. Oh, you're nailing everything today, Christian. So, the voice, right? Okay, your voice is not Esau, right? He sounds like Jacob. But he touches what? His hands, his neck, and he smells it, right? Oh, that fart smell does smell like Esau. Yes, this is Esau, and I will give it to you, my blessing. If you let's look at verse, the blessing. May God give you of the dew of heaven and of the fatness of the earth and plenty of grain and wine. Let people serve you and nations bow down to you. Let be Lord over your brothers, and may your mother's sons bow down to you. Cursed be everyone who curses you, and blessed be everyone who blesses you. And Jacob receives this blessing from Isaac. And you might think, okay, now I know the story of Esau and Jacob, right? And how does it relate to our lives? You're wondering, right? How does it relate to our lives? And in your life, God has a promise. God already made a future reward, right? Just like the marshmallow test. But how many of us just took the marshmallow in front of you? For example, your girls and guys, you guys want to have boyfriend and girlfriends, right? No? I know you. And you guys make hasty decision, and let's say you finally date, right? I don't know how you guys date because you guys don't have a car. For some reason, you guys date, right? Somehow you guys date, right? I don't know, through Snapchat or you call that a date, but. And guess what? Weeks later, you guys broke up. Right? God already prepared you a perfect other half, okay, in the future, but you guys make hasty decision, instant gratification, right? And another example, you want to go a good college. What are some colleges that you guys want to go? Stanford, UC Irvine, LA, Harvard, NYU. Okay. Okay, be hopeful. Be hopeful. And you realize that your GPA and SAT score is not high enough for you to go to the college. And what do? Shh. You cheat on your tests. You cheat on your tests. You cheat on your project. Hey, let's say you actually went to the college that you wanted to go. And guess what happens? You cannot follow with the classes because it's so difficult for you. You're not smart enough, right? Because that wasn't the college that God prepared for you, right? These are the examples, okay? God already prepared your unique future, right? Unique gift, unique blessing to you. And when you grow older, when you pray to God, and God will show that to you. And I want you guys to just wait. Be patient. Okay, let's turn to the person next to you and say, wait and chill. Wait and chill. Wait and chill. And God already have a special future, special plan for you. And God is telling you to wait. And do you guys remember what was the consequence that Jacob had to face? He had to run away. Correct. He had to run away. If he just waited, he could have just got the blessing from the Lord. But rest of his lifetime, right? He had to live the life of fear, right? He lied, he deceived his own father. And that was a consequence that he had to pay because it was immoral. It wasn't righteous. So he had to pay the rest of his lifetime, right? He had to run away from his brother and fear, life of fear that was the life that he had to live. And today, I want you guys to wait. Wait. Okay, God has a reward and blessing for you in the future. And I don't want you to take the marshmallow right in front of you, right? And God will bless you in the later future, right? With a greater blessing. Amen? Let's close our eyes.